Okay, guys, listen, right now, um, I went to Houston this last weekend and I documented the trip. The Lord told me to. Um, he told me before I continue this series, I have to give you a personal testimony now. We're going to go back to 2002, right after I got saved, when I was called, when the Lord called me, the very first act of obedience he asked me to do has now come full circle here in 2018. It's unbelievable. What's so unbelievable is that I have documentation of all of it. Um, anyway, so what I'm doing with Dave the Wave right now is I'm putting it together in a couple different sections because I got to go back to 2002 and give you a testimony of what happened when I was called to go to, the Lord told me to start driving towards New York. A lot of people that know my personal testimony and that have been at this channel for a while, you know what I'm talking about. But now I have to go back and give everybody the testimony from 2002 and then give you a testimony to this weekend. When I'm done with these testimonies, if you've been watching this channel, you're going to know that this is it. You're going to know that the time is imminent. It's about to happen. And so before I can continue with You Are Exiles Part 5, I was told you have to give your personal testimony now. So when he tells me to do something, I drop everything and I do what he tells me. So I'm putting it together with Dave right now, and I'm trying to get you images from back in 2002 and show you the location of certain things from back in 2002. So while I'm giving you this testimony, I can say this is what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to give you the testimony of what happened this weekend. If you'll watch, you know what? I'm going to pull up the last video I did. I want to show you something I said because I hadn't even left to go to Houston yet. Alvin, who's one of my best friends, he's not converted, but I still love Alvin. He's one of my best friends. Um, we can't, we can't, we can't fellowship when it comes to the Lord, but I can still hang out with him and have a good time you know and still be his friend. We're supposed to be. Anyway, so he was awarded what's called the Joe Louis Award this weekend in Houston. And it's Joe Louis was a sensei, world renowned fighter. And Alvin's been my karate instructor for 3 decades. So, anyway, um, the testimony that I'm going to give you in this upcoming video will absolutely, for those of y'all that have been at this ministry and understand what we've been disseminating all this time, it's come full circle. It's so mind-boggling that I'm just dealing with the reality of it. This is it. The time's coming. It's right in front of us. So now the Lord told me you have to convey this message to everybody. And I'm trying to do it in the best way I know how. So I'm getting all my data so I can walk you through these testimonies and just make it understandable, very simple for you. And then Dave and I are, putting together little video clips from the trip this weekend and the photos I took to document. And it goes all the way back to the night I got saved. It's the most crazy thing. It's not even, no one could even think this up. No one could even imagine it, but it happened and I documented it. So I'm going to do that for you today. I'm working on it diligently right now. It will be coming. I'll try and have the video up and out by this evening. I'm going to work all day to get this ready for y'all. The time's coming, guys. I guarantee it. The timing is so perfect with everything that's going on in world governments, everything we see with the division of this country, everything we see about these people who are willing to lie, cheat, and steal to maintain power. it's just all falling apart. The, the kingdom's dividing, nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom. It's here. Anyway, I'll get it together for you guys and try and make it just a fun journey. I want to give you a testimony that you're just going to be like, and I want to give you pictorial evidence of what happened. So let me work on it all day and I'll get it ready for y'all. Okay. You know what? Let me show you something from the last video. Okay. In this last video, I believe I even said it. I have a testimony because I knew the Lord was sending me to Houston. He confirmed it. I didn't want to go. I told Alvin, I said, I love you, bro. I don't really want to go to Houston. I didn't really feel like going to Houston. And I had my sons coming in town. And I told him, look, here's the deal. If my son doesn't come in town this weekend, then I will go with you. And I prayed before I even told him that. And I said, Lord, are you trying to send me to Houston this weekend because you're trying to give me a message? You want me to go to this place called This Is It? And I prayed with Kat, and we cast a lot, said, get up and go. And even though I got a perfect word from the Lord, I still told the Lord, I'm not going to go unless, for some bizarre reason, my son cancels coming in town. And sure enough, my son texted me and said, I'm not coming in this week. And I was like, and I thought for sure he was coming in. And that was my reason to not have to go. I didn't want to go. I did not want to go to Houston this weekend. But because my son canceled and the Lord told me to, I was like, okay, there's no doubt that you're telling me to go. So I went and I documented it. Mind-boggling. So anyway, I'll give you all that documentation and we'll go through it, and we'll go through the whole thing. But let me get it together. But listen to this. I knew something was going to happen. Let's see. There's right side up, upside down. And see, they're mocking everybody in their clothing. I mean, all you got to do is look at this. Right side up, upside down. It's on everything. So if you think you can get away with it, like, oh, why do you wear those clothes? Because I use them to expose them. Who cares? It's like some people, oh my God, he's a demon, he's wearing a. It's like, shut up. It's so annoying. Anyway, some people really fit into that Monty Python witch, the witch scene. It's like, okay, let's see, anything else? Let me check my desktop. Oh yeah, we got so much good stuff here. There is so much stuff. It's just so many folders of busted. It's unbelievable. I mean, this is just unbelievable. All right, well, there it is. There's their canopy. They'll cover myself, hide oneself, conceal oneself with flesh. There's a penis. There's a vagina. There's a bunch of angels turning to semen. There's the sheep, the host body system. There's the DNA. There's the canopy. And there they are singing to Lucifer. Bam. What's not to love about the Lord? He reveals deep and hidden mysteries, doesn't he? All right, guys. Love you guys. I got to go, man. I've got a testimony to deal with. Okay, right there. Now, right there, I said, I've got a testimony to deal with because I knew. I loaded that video up for y'all on Saturday morning before I left to Houston. And before I left, we had to make a stop here in San Antonio. Don't forget, when I got saved in the alley, who was the person, well, when I say person, who was the entity that stepped up and said, pray with me, my brother? It was Michael. Wait till you see what happened this weekend. You won't even believe it. I documented it. Okay, so anyway, let me work on it all day and I'll get it ready for you guys. I told you in that video, I said I got a testimony. And you know what? You want to talk about a testimony? with flesh. There's a penis, there's a vagina, there's a bunch of angels turning to semen, there's the sheep, the host body system, there's the DNA, there's the canopy, and there they are singing to Lucifer. Bam! What's not to love about the Lord? He reveals deep and hidden mysteries, doesn't he? All right, guys, love you guys. I got to go, man. I've got a testimony. So anyway, I'm putting together the testimony. He told me before I can continue with the series, I have to give you this testimony. So brace yourselves because the time is imminent. Imminent. It's coming. Guaranteed. All right.